Check 1, 2. Hey, everybody, we're going to get started here pretty soon. Konnichiwa, and welcome to the 2018 Cherry Blossom Bonspiel at the Potomac Curling Club in Laurel, Maryland. We are coming to you today live from Sheet B, which is our featured sheet, featuring our two fearsome teams. Team Fatinguseta, which means fighting sweater, against Team Disco, which means tragic time in American history. My name is Christian Reddy, and I will be your host throughout this event. I'm relatively new to curling myself, which means I probably don't know what it is I'll actually be talking about. But that's never stopped me from talking about stuff before, and I hope you'll enjoy the game. And if you're watching live, please feel free to leave a note in the chat. I will attempt to look over there from time to time and just kind of see how things are going over there. It's a pretty busy afternoon. We have a number of clubs from all up and down the eastern seaboard and even beyond. It's been pretty busy. This is day 2 of our Bonspiel. Our teams are, just as you can see, they're just getting a little bit warmed up and acclimated to the ice. And with any luck, this is actually going out and people are seeing and hearing it. We'll see. The Cherry Blossom Bonspiel is so named after the Cherry Blossom Festival, a gift of beautiful cherry blossom trees by the country of Japan. Currently coming into bloom amid the snow in Washington, D.C. at this time of year. First up for Team Fatinguseta. Skip Joe calling for a guard. It looks like that's setting up as a bit of a corner guard. And now for Team Disco, also calling for, it looks like it's calling for a draw behind. We'll see how that goes. And it's coming around just nicely, getting right behind that center guard. Beautiful shot by Team Disco. Looks like a very nice center guard. Looks like that's just going to make it by the guard, and looks like it's going to come in just behind their own corner guard. Looks like Team Fighting Sweater is calling for a draw. Well, actually, it looks like they're calling. Yeah, it looks like maybe calling for a draw. Let's see. What can I say? I'm kind of new at this.
Let's do this one more time. That's good.
And it's coming in very nicely. Looks like it's a nice draw behind their center guard. Looks like it's going to land. Oh, let's see. Is that biting on the? No, it's not biting. Team Disco looks like they're calling to take out that center guard there. very nice takeout. It looks like we're calling for a draw to the button. All right, and that lands on the 12.
I think this jams. Let's just go for this one.
Yeah, and then roll this way. You might go in the house.
Yeah. Same way. Yeah, normal.
Gian Garos
Yeah.
throwing for Team Disco.
Back wide.
Walk. Yep. Walk. Yep. 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 Yep.
And a very nice takeout by Team Disco.
Haven't played this side yet, John, so give it a little more. Hard, all the way, all the way.
Yes. All the way hard. All the way hard.
Looks like that one's going through the house. Yep.
Give me hack the board.
I like this. And then you pop this back a little bit.
Just need to get a piece of it.
Get roll down.
If it crashes on the guard, that's okay.
Looks like Team Disco are calling for a takeout of that center guard there.
Whoa.
Yes!
Go.
Got the weight. Looks like that is taking it out, and it's gone. Very nice.
Back line, if you can, time it so we're off here.
That's a great result.
So looks like Joe's calling for a draw shot. And it's coming in. It's got some weight to it. Oh, looks like it's going to take that. It's going to take that corner guard out. Does not quite do it, but it is biting on the 12.
I still think this way though. I don't want to run it this way. Yeah.
Okay, looks like Nick is calling for a takeout on that guard.
Still like this. Just normal.
And a beautiful takeout of that center guard as Joe Rockenbach sweeps that away. And it's obscured by the scoreboard, but it looks like that is still, looks like that might be out. Nope, it looks like it still is biting. You can see here, you can see on the rear corner right next to Joe. So some deliberation as to what the call should be. Looks like the Fighting Sweaters are, looks like they may be calling for a freeze onto that rear yellow stone.
Wait. Whoa. Okay.
As Joe Rockenbach sets up for his delivery, skip stones in the first end. And that's got plenty of weight. Looks like that's just gonna sneak by the guard and take out the rear stone. And it's effectively has replaced the rear stone with his stone. It's obscured by the scoreboard, but it's actually biting. It's actually well inside the 12th, not just biting. As Nick Disco himself prepares to deliver his skip stone. Has a clean delivery coming down more or less straight in the line. Looks like it's got plenty of weight. And it looks like they're going to be taking out that rear stone. And actually not really taking it out so much as settling on it. Pretty much a nice clean freeze on that rear stone. Let's take a look. You can see the 2 stones on the back 12.
We need 75, but it's we need 82, 83. 82. How does yours relate to Datlow's key?
Joe Rockenbach setting up for his delivery. Putting the sweater in Fighting Sweaters, this guy right here. Looks like a nice clean shot. Looks like he's going to just nick out. Yes, nice done. Just takes out, beautiful takeout of Disco Stone. And so final stone in the first end. As the Disco Man himself attempts to draw onto that stone, if not take it out entirely. Coming in with hot, plenty of weight. And it looks like that will be a takeout of stone and leaving us with a blank end. And Team Disco will retain the hammer for the second end. Coming home, a draw shot to the center. And that one looks like it's going to go through. I'm not really sure what Nick is calling for here on Team Disco. Let's see. Looks like it's got plenty of weight. And it's slowing down. And it looks like it's going to settle pretty nicely on the... Very nicely on the, well, 12 and 8. Looks like Joe is calling for another guard.
I don't mind the wheel of change. Whatever you want to do.
Looks like that's coming in. Looks like it's going to settle very nicely. It might want to come over a little bit more to the center, but that's a very nice draw to just in front of the 12-foot. Yep. That's coming in very nice. Looks like it's going to settle very nicely on the center. Is that what they wanted? It looks like it might even bite the 12 if it could just come in. There he is, beyond sweeping hard. Brings it all the way down onto the 4-foot. A very nice draw in by Team Disco. Looks like Joe's calling for a takeout weight here. It's coming in pretty heavy. Looks like they're going to try to take out that that shot rock of Team Disco. There it goes. Very nice shot by the Fighting Sweaters. Team Disco calls for a takeout of the interloping rock. Yangaros launching his rock with feverish impunity. Clearly a man out to take out his aggressions on this rock. Watch as it just knocks this thing out. There it goes. Gone. Boom. See you later on. But an effective sweeping job by Tony Sweater, making sure that Disco Rock gets out of there. Okay, so the story with the Tony sweater. If you look in the back of his sweater, it says Tony. That doesn't mean that that's his name. It's not. It's just the name that came with the sweater. So yeah, that's it. That's the only explanation we've got. Doesn't matter though, because Fighting Sweater over here is going to be taking this stone out as it comes in a beautiful takeout shot by Team Fight the Way It Goes.
Even if you stick it, it's fine.
Nick Disco calling for a takeout as well. This is just going to be probably a very clean end. Looks like both teams are just taking their time and just keeping the house nice and tidy, you might say. So if you're into throwing takeouts, this is your end. This is definitely like a takeout throwers draw, right? I don't know. I was gonna say pitchers duel, but there's no pitchers. I mean, it's it's curling.
Hey, buddy.
So what are you gonna do? But how great is that? It's great. Once again, another bullet coming down the chute here. It is going to be for another takeout. The line looks really good, nice and clean. Out it goes. And, well, it looks like they are biting. Yeah, they are biting, but not for long. It's going to be taken out. I like this end. I can call this one all day. Hey, it's a takeout. I sound like I know what I'm talking about, don't I? It's kind of cool. Oh, and it's a miss on. It's a miss, a mistake by the Sweaters. And now, Team Disco looking to split the house here, looking to get another rock on the opposite side, make it that much more difficult for the Fighting Sweaters to take out both rocks. So this is going to be a draw weight. It's starting to come over now. It's starting to curl very nicely, and can it make sure it just gets around the guard, which doesn't look like it's going to have any difficulty doing. And that should settle very nicely. It looks like it's about maybe like a third to a half buried behind the guard. So a nice break for Team Disco. And it looks like Joe Rockenbach is calling for a takeout. Perhaps he's looking for a hit and roll. If he can maybe, of course, he'd have to roll pretty far behind the opposite biter. So I doubt that's what he's trying for, but we'll see what happens. And delivery by Skip Rockenbach. And that is just going to get by his own guard, settle very nicely behind his own. And it's shot rock for the Sweaters. Skip stones away. He's got plenty of weight. Looks like it's going to just get past that guard and take out that rock. Oh, and it's a, it's a miss. Okay, well, best laid plans. It looks like Joe Rockenbach's going to attempt to possibly draw in behind. Try to set himself up for two. It's got plenty of weight. It might be a little bit heavy, but it does seem to be slowing down. If it can just, looks like it's gonna be a little light. It's gonna need a little help getting across, but it is coming through. Sweeping has done a very nice job. They are on the floor. They are now sitting two. I just went ahead and updated the scores on sheets A and D. Oh, we have another update on sheet C. Just make some corrections here. Okay, and a very nice takeout. Looks like it's gonna be one yellow. So, yep, that'll be one yellow.
Yeah, it seems like. No, line's good, line's good.
That's going to settle very nicely near the center for a guard.
Corner guard is okay.
And Skip Rockenbach calling for a corner guard. looks like that's got plenty of weight, and it may actually exit. Yep, it is going through the house. So that's a flash by the Fighting Sweaters. You know, one of the great things about this sport is you get to meet so many people from all over the place, particularly at these Bonspiels. I know that there are clubs from as far away as Connecticut, probably farther. I just happen to know some people come down from Connecticut. We have folks from the Nutmeg Club up in Connecticut, and it's really cool. It's like wherever you go, there's a neat community of like-minded folks who really appreciate the game, and something about the nature of this sport that's really special. It's a very social game, as you can tell. It always starts with a handshake, always ends with a handshake. If you're watching this and you already are familiar with curling, there's probably nothing that you're hearing from me that you don't already know, but unless you've tried it and you haven't done it yourself, you really got to give it a shot. It's as fun and challenging and cordial and congenial a sport as you'll find anywhere. In fact, I would say on the friendliness factor, there's nothing that really beats curling.
Where are we, guys? Go! Yeah, go! That's gonna get sticky on you. Let's hit this, Simone.
And that's just going to get on. Yep, that is well onto the 12, actually biting the 8. Very nice shot by the Sweaters. But it doesn't seem like it's going to, doesn't seem like it's going to last for long. Nick is calling for a takeout.
All the way! Hard, hard! Yep, yellow line! Hard, hard! Yellow line! Yellow line, yep! Yep, yep, Bob, yep!
Yep. Yep. Fire. Mine's getting better. Yep, go. Yep, yep. Yes!
And that's going to be a nice, well, does not look like a takeout shot, but a very nice draw. Now they're protected by 2 guards out front. So that's a very well buried stone.
All right, let's do that, John. I don't think we can duplicate that sweeping, but...
Looks like Joe's calling for a possible draw shot.
Yes!
Sorry about that. Let me get the camera right here. We go.
Yes! Let's freeze for this, Judy!
And that's going to get by the first. We'll get by the second guard. Not quite. Just ticked off a little bit.
Lightning almost struck twice.
Not much!
I think you gotta do this. Yeah, for sure. Nose is okay. Carry side.
Okay, go. If it's free,
No, just control.
it looks heavy.
And we have Nick calling. Looks like he's calling to have that rock removed.
Go, go, go. Go, 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 that hard.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
And it's got plenty of weight, and it is coming down. Looks like that is going to be a takeout of the, beautiful shot. Double takeout. Both stones nicely executed by Team Disco.
It looks much better now anyway. Good throw. Yeah. That was right.
Where are we got the weight? All right, you gotta move. Come on. shot, Judy. Bit wide. Whoa. Only way. Only way. How are we doing? Still good?
Got room. Dion.
Whoa, goal line.
Whoa, where is it? Whoa.
Right there.
It's okay. That's good. Okay.
Look at that, guys. Maybe we get it. Just a chance. Go on. Go normal.
I think the same. We'll just give you less ice. Yeah.
Next shot. Hit and roll. Or you want to freeze to this? You want to hit or draw? Draw that. Wait, I'll give you a little tighter. Whoa. Looks real good.
Out of the way. Yep, line up. Yeah. Whoa. Yep.
Yeah, line. Yeah, line.
That's really nice.
Okay, Team Disco sits 3.
Yeah. Never. Looks heavy. Yes! On clear. Yep.
And it looks like we've got a nice double takeout. These teams that we're watching today, we're really lucky to have these guys. They're really good curlers. They really have been at this for a long time. And you don't often see double takeouts and shots like this at this level. But these guys are good. And that's for both teams, by the way.
Same shot, Hillary. Close, just clean. Clean. Yep. No, up. Quite good. Up, it's still dropping.
And a precision takeout by Team Disco. Well done. Like they needed me to say that. I mean, come on. Well done. Yeah. I've been doing this. I've been curling for like 5 minutes, and here I am, congratulating these guys. Come on. Anyway, that's awesome. Joe Rockenbach on his first stone. nice takeout by Skip Rockenbach. Team Disco sitting 1.
Just easy control here now. Get it out to that. What do you think of that? Whoa! Quick 80 around it. Yes! Yes! Roll my way, right? Yep. Okay. Overdraw. Nice throw, Sam.
And final stone for Team Disco. It's got some weight to it. Looks like that's going to take out, or maybe not. No, actually, it's a rather rare miss. Let's see, right now, looks like, yep, yellow is sitting 1. Looks like they're going to try to take that out. Now, to do that, Joe Rockenbach's going to have to get around. Let me see if I can find the camera angle here for you. Yep. Oh, well, you'll see it. Joe's got some guards he's going to have to get around. Let's see what happens as the shot is made. It's looks like it has a pretty good line. It's got to curl some more. It's got to come over. Starting to come over now. And it may or may not. Can it get past that guard out front? And yes, it does. It gets past the second guard. And it is very nicely placed, almost directly freezing on the forefoot for a score of. Actually, was that a score of 2? Great shot by the Sweaters. Let me update some other scores here. And that is, oh, I'm sorry, that is just 1 for the Fighting Sweaters. Let me update that. And we have a nice. since that redstone was on the 12-foot, it is eligible to be taken out this early in the game. Otherwise, any guards, as you may or may not know, would be subject to the free guard rule, which means that any guards thrown up until the 4th stone must remain in play, but that is not the case when a stone is not a guard. Looks like the stones being thrown is a bit wide. It's actually, okay, it is going the correct direction, but it is coming up a little bit light. Looks like they were trying for a guard. Looks like they're going to get their guard. Looks like it's going to be a, looks like it's going to bite. Okay, they're going to get it onto the 12. Very nice. It looks like Nick's calling for a takeout of that redstone. And that settles very nicely behind the redstone, setting Team Yellow up for a potential 2. Looks like Joe is calling for a, might be calling for a takeout. I couldn't quite catch the call there. Looks like it's going to come around the side. And it looks like it might even go through. Yep, that's going to go through.
That's fine. Yeah. This is okay. This is okay.
So it looks like Nick's calling for a takeout of that the red guard. Coming up a little bit light. Might just settle. Yep. Okay. Looks like it might have been just a little bit light, but it's okay. Yeah, looks like it's coming in hot with the peel weight. Well, maybe not quite a peel weight. Looks like it's slowing up a little bit. But it is, oh, looks like that's going to just go through. Yep.
I don't even hate nose in the red, and you lose the back yellow, so what? Yeah, that's even better.
That's a very nice takeout by Young Gross. Nice takeout of Team Yellow Stone, leaving Team Yellow with just currently one shot. Looks like that's going to set up very nicely and settle. Yep, settle right in the tee line. Coming in with plenty of weight. Looks like that's going to take that out pretty easily and hit and roll. Will it roll far enough? Not quite to get, it's on the button, but not far enough to get behind that 12-foot Yellow Stone. And with the red stone fully exposed, Skip Nick will call for that to be taken out. We have our thrower on the right-hand side of your screen. And that's a nice takeout shot by Team Disco, leaving Disco sitting one. Joe Rockenbach prepares to head down for the first of his two skip stones. Once again, coming in with plenty of weight. Looks like he's going to take out that shot stone. There it is. Skip stone for Nick Datlow. It's got plenty of weight. The line's really good. Looks like it's going to make contact and remove the sweater stone. Very nice shot from Nick Datlow. And some good sweeping by Young Gross, clearing that stone out of the way. With a clean house, it is up to Nick Rockenbach to try to just get something in here, with the hopes that it can somehow escape the hammer by Nick Datlow. And that's just gonna come on to the 12-foot, looks like. And looks like it's gonna even get a little bit deeper. Well, up onto the 4-foot. Very nice draw by Joe Rockenbach. Now the question is, what does Nick Datlow do? Does he attempt to completely take out and blank the end? Or will he attempt to hit and roll and perhaps stay on the 4-foot? Does look like they're calling for a straight takeout, so I would expect that, that the goal here is to just keep the hammer for yet another end. Plenty of weight coming in hot. Looks like we're going for a straight takeout, and it is a straight takeout. But yellow will in fact sit one, so that is one yellow. Now we'll go ahead and try to update some of the scores on the other sheets. Looks like A has, looks like it is 1.
Yeah, I still don't want to go either. I don't want to. That's the last. Just hold it. Just rub it. It's like we are.
Okay, just got things updated. Looks like we have a real blowout on sheet C at 7-1. And that one's too light. We'll have to be taken out of play. That's the way it goes in the big city.
Yep, guys, yep. Mine too. Yep. Cool. That's fine. That's fine.
All right, we have 2 guards up for Team Yellow. And if you're watching online, and feel free to speak up in the chat, say hi. As you can tell, I'm kind of by myself over here, but that's okay. I've got all of you.
How heavy?
Right to it, slow.
A nice draw to the 8 foot by the Fighting Sweaters.
Fine. Let me wait. Hard.
Other than the head. Yep, yep.
And looks like they're going to nick off their own guard. And they've managed to protect the red team stone. Not a bad situation.
Awesome shot, buddy. Can you see any of it anymore? Okay, let's hit it. Yeah! Yeah, line, hard line.
Karen's asking if there's any way we could change the position of the top banner or make it more transparent. Yeah, you know what, Karen? I wish I could. I don't know of a way to do that, unfortunately. Yeah, I hear you loud and clear on that one. I can switch over to, we have a couple of views here that at least, you know, when we go to these split screen views, at least you can see that the top banner gets out of the way. I'll try to see if I can't use some of these views a little bit more from now on. So let me know if that's going to work out okay for you. We'll do the best we can.
Whoa, whoa! Whoa! Yep! Whoa! Yep!
Very nice takeout shot from Team Yellow.
Gotta go, John. Give me good normal.
By the way, heck of a time to ask, but am I getting a mic check? Is anybody out there hearing me? How about putting the end number on the feature sheet on the banner too? Yeah, that's actually something that we want to make a change right now. We don't have the capability of putting the end number on. Okay, thank you, Andrew, for the confirmation. Anyway, Droxy's, yeah, that's something that we would like to be able to add in the future. We do not have the capability to show end numbers at the time being. So I'll just tell you that this is going to be we're presently in the 5th end of this particular game. it looks like a pretty decent guard setup for Team Yellow. Yeah, bummer about the software updation. Yeah, yeah, we'll try to do some hacking over the summer, see what we
Which
can
side
come
do you
up
want
with.
to come from?
Okay, a very heavy shot coming in. Clearly going for a takeout here, and there you go.
Get it, bring it in. Sweep it, sweep your weight. Let's get it in.
Do the angles work for it?
Okay, good, good.
That's loaded, right?
Keep it high here. Nice job, Judy. What?
We had this problem the other day.
Good, how's the weight? It feels down.
Team Yellow really setting up the table here for a number of guards. They've got, they've got one stone counting, and it looks like they're really making an effort, making it hard on the Fighting Sweaters to come in and score behind this phalanx of stones here. But they're going to go for a takeout here and try to break up some of these guards. It looks like that opened it up a little bit and managed to take out the, yeah, there you go. Managed to take out the yellow stone while sitting for one. Great shot for the Fighting Sweaters. Yeah, skip stones for Nick Datlow. Looks like Nick's trying to take out that red shot stone. As you can see here by the call.
Good, how's the weight? How's our weight? Yep, keep it moving down. Yep. Yeah, hard.
Coming in, plenty of weight. Got some guards he's going to need to get around, but it looks like he's not going to have any difficulty there. And it's a very nice, gentle takeout with a nice roll by Team Yellow. Well done.
Name is Nick. It's awesome.
Chanting Nick is awesome. That's a fun game. Anyway, like I was saying before, just how cordial it is. We actually have people in our clubhouse, in our warm room today, who are not even members of any team. They're just fans of curling, and they had the time today to come out and take a look, and they're just here enjoying the environment. I think it's so great, and even better than that is that there's club members sitting with them and just telling them a little bit about the game and explaining what's going on, just having a conversation, drinking some beers and sodas and having some snacks and generally having a good time. And again, that's why I love this sport. People are just so friendly and open. And if you're watching and you're in the area and you can come down, particularly tomorrow, please do. It's a great environment and just a swell place to be. It doesn't matter if you know how to play the game or not. There's something in it for everybody. And if you just like hanging out with folks and enjoying something fun, curling is the right place to be. Well, here comes a takeout shot by Joe Rockenbach. And looks like he'll miss him. Yep. Looks like he's going to get caught on Team Yellow's guard. Nick Datlow is going to set up for what appears to be another draw. Double raise, yeah, maybe. Let's see, they don't have hammer, so thinking maybe they're going to try to. Are they going to try to draw in behind? Let me see here. All right, there's the call. There's their stone. Let's see. Let's see what Nick does here. All right, that's coming in with some nice draw weight. Looks like he might be coming up on his own guards. Let's see if he, whoops. Let's see if he gets around. No, he's not going to get around his own guard.
I think I was sliding wide.
So is everybody out there working hard today? You know, because it's Friday afternoon. You're all sitting at work, watching curling, working. No response. Well, that must mean everyone's working hard. That's fantastic. Joe Rockenbach on his final stone, and the final stone of this end. I'm with you, Steve. All right, here we go, and we are, well, taking out his own stone, I'm afraid. So, we'll save some damn buoy for you. All right, so that is one yellow. Team Yellow extends their lead after 5 ends. Let me get some more scores update here while we're doing that. Let me get you up on a split screen so you can kind of track what's going on. One house to the other. Okay, so let's see what we got.
Like that?
All right, just to catch you up on some of the other sheets, I've just updated the scores. Looks like on sheet A, Riveron leads Roberts 4-2. Sheet B, sheet B, our current sheet, where Disco is leading Fatinguseta at 3-1. Kido Katsu on sheet C is leading Cherry Filin 9-3, and sheet D, Bedros is leading Lost Handle 3-1. I had that originally as 4-1, and I just double-checked the scoreboard, so my mistake, everybody. It was actually 3-1 with no update on the board as of yet. So. Sorry, everybody. Got to get my camera angles right. Crisscrossed. There we go. Looks like that is just behind their own guard. Okay, so they got a double guard now. Rockenbach. Looks like he's calling for a draw behind, perhaps. And that is just gonna hit their own guard and settle on the tee line.
Shot at the draw. It's early enough. Yeah, let's take one shot. Do it in turn.
Looks like that's going to be a nice, potentially a nice draw. If they can just get around, yep, easily get around their guards. And that's settling very nicely. You can try to bring that all the way in to the 4-foot. Buried very nicely behind a double guard. From this angle, yeah, I'd say it's pretty well buried. Let's take a look, see what the fighting sweaters can do here. And looks like they're going to hit. Yep. And they're going to get around their own guards very nice and settle in. Looks like they're going to hit the, wow, setting themselves up very nicely for 2. Well buried there behind by Red's guard. Looks like Joe's calling for a takeout shot here. like it's going to hit their own guard. And, well, it kind of does break up a couple of the guards, although they still have those two forward guards there. Okay, it looks like they're going to arrive on the red guard. They are not going to get past that. That's going to set up very nice, though. It's going to kind of increase that phalanx, and I'm sure that's perfectly fine for Team Disco. Looks like Joe's calling just to smash up the front end. And that takes out one yellow. Oh, unfortunately takes out their, looks like it took out their own as well. But now there is a corridor. Now there is a open channel to at least one of the, to one of Disco's shot stones. Looks like they might be trying to plug up that hole. We'll see. Datlow's looking for it to come over. It's got to curl over some more. It's leading off very nicely, and it's going to set up just right there, just what the skip ordered. Very nice draw for a guard. Now Joe Rockenbach will call for the removal of his own stone. Once again, attempting to reopen that corridor. Here it comes, and out it goes. Very nice, opens up that corridor. Nice clear shot to one of Yellow's two stones, potentially both. Nick Datlow hoping to plug up the hole once more, one final time, and defend his two shot stones. Hearing with the draw weight coming in, it's slowing down very nice, and they just got to get it over the line, and it's a squeaker. It's, let me see if I can just find a shot here where I can, there it is. Just over the line, fills up that gap very nicely. Now Joe Rockenbach's got a decision to make. Looks like he's going to try to, well, it's really hard to see how he gets around this. Maybe if he could just do a straight run back and potentially take out the Yellowstones, but then again, he'd be leaving a Yellowstone there. Oh, let's see what happens. It's one of the great things about curling. You just never know. Especially when you don't have much experience playing, and then you really don't know. You're just kind of like spitballing,
Good shot.
Coming in with quite a bit of weight. Here it goes, and opens it up very nicely, but, well, that is a good breakup. There are a couple more stones to come. That may just be the opening. Obviously, Nick Datlow's going to attempt to, once again, replug the hole. Got a fair amount of weight on this stone. Let's see what's going to happen. Well, okay, it is dying off. I guess the ice is running a bit slow, and now the question is, will it even get over the hog line? Yeah, it does. It gets over. Let me see if I can get us back here on a shot. Yeah, it's just in front. However, it is closer to the center, and that means that Joe may be able to take out at least one of the stones, maybe both, if he could just curl in around. And that looks like what they're going to try to do. As Joe Rockenbach returns to the hack, letting his sweepers know what the call is. Final stone in the fifth end.
Go, 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 hit hard.
Trying to get that double takeout. Coming in, it's got the weight. Is the line good enough? It is unfortunately going to miss, and that is a steal of 2 for Team Disco. Go ahead and try to get the other scores updated. Looks like we have a tie game on sheet A.
Nice shot.
Looks like on sheet B, there's been a couple of, oops, sorry, not sheet B.
Actually close. Switch, guys. Nope, stop still, stop still. Stop still.
Okay, still no score on sheet C, and
Very nice, Chris.
well, actually on sheet C, they are shaking hands. There has been a concession, a very nicely played game by Team Kitu Katsu. And on sheet D, just take a look to see the scoreboard. Looks like 4-3 on.
Tap, actually.
If I'm reading that scoreboard correctly, and there's folks blocking it, so it's hard for me to tell, but it does look like 4-3 on sheet D. I'll update that for you if it needs to be.
Not room, guys. Yep, that's fine. Whoa, yeah, switch. Handles off. Yep. Mangled it. That's big for sure. Good throw.
That is way to the side, but it still stays in play.
I don't want to feel that. Yeah, all right. Top four? Yeah. Okay. Which side do you want? This way so we can tap for play. Now.
Looks like they're setting up for a nice center guard. Well, actually, it looks like it's going to, yep, it's going to land on the top 12.
Let's throw a hit. Normal here, normal. Let's go this way.
Joe Rockenbach calling for a takeout shot here. And it will. Taking out two of Yellowstone's. Yellow sitting one as Nick Datlow calls for a, looks like he's calling for a guard. And let me give you an update on the game on sheet D. It looks like they're now up 7-3 to Lost Handle on sheet D. So I'll go ahead and get those scores updated for you.
Same weight.
Joe Rockenbach looks like he's calling for a takeout, trying to get rid of some of those some of Yellow's sitting stones. It looks good. Looks like he's going to get rid of. Yep. Gets rid of one of them, moves the other, and settles on the top 12 as Nick Datlow calls for its removal.
Control, Bob.
Here comes the takeout shot. It's got plenty of weight. There it goes. Joe Rockenbach calling for hack weight. Looks like he's trying to hit and roll, try to get behind that top Yellowstone. And looks like he's going to get rid of it. But he's not going to get that. Looks like he's not quite getting that hit and roll. If that's what he was looking for. Nick Datlow will call for that stone to be removed.
Yep. Right there.
And that's going to be taken out.
Yes. Whoa. Whoa. Oh. Yes.
Nice takeout shot by Team Rockenbach. Nick Datlow coming up for the first of his skip stones. Going to try to take out Red's shot. Are Red shot stone? Let me see. Yeah, Red is shot right now. So.
No. Close, yeah. Yep, no roll. Yeah, no roll.
There it is. There it goes. It looks like Joe's going to try to possibly draw behind. Joe Rockenbach setting up for his, looks like a draw shot here. looks like he's just going to get around those guards, and is it going to have enough, though? Well, not really. He just settles right next to the guard.
Give you there more.
This is Nick Dallo's final stone for this end.
Clean. Yep. Clean. Yep.
It's coming in heavy.
You got it. You got it.
And it's going to take out that red stone. Sitting 3 on the top 12. Wow. Joe Rackenbach's going to have the final word on this end. And it looks like he's going to just try to outdraw. See if he can't make this draw shot for 1. Here it comes. Does it have too much weight? And it does look like it's going through. It is a steal of 3, and they are shaking hands and calling it a game. So that is a final score of 8-3. Correction, 8-1, excuse me, for Team Disco. Very well played game. I will now attempt to switch us over to sheet A. So let's see if I can, actually let me see if I can't get some other updates here for you. Well, we have a tie game. We have a tie game on sheet A, so I will try to get our cameras moved over to sheet A. Here we go. Try to bring you this game. No, actually, sheet A is. Have they shaken hands? No, they're not done. I don't see why they would be done. They're a tie game. Knocks away on sheet A. That one is too light to get into play. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to figure out the camera angles on this. There we go. Coming in for a nice top guard. Yeah, looks like they're calling for a guard on a center guard, I suppose. And that one is just going to go through. All right, looks like they're setting up a pretty nice wall of guards. Right here. Oh, and that's going to go right through.
I don't mind coming in behind you. I just want to, I'd like to, well, let's get behind if you can. If it hangs, that's okay.
Yeah, looks like that one's just going to sneak right, might just sneak right through. Yes, it does. And will it get onto the 12? It does not look like it. No. Let me see if I can't reverse the shot. Yeah, it looks like they're not quite on the 12 yet. But from this perspective, there's quite a few guards out there. So the call is for, if I could just get the camera set up here for you. Looks like the call's for another guard, actually. Am I reading that right? They're calling for another guard? And it is just, yep, it's going to impact. And, huh. All right, well, that promotes Redstone. Not the play that was intended, but things happen. That is just going to get through very nicely. Will it? But does it have the weight to get there? It does not look like it. Still, a lot of guards. Yeah, looks like it's calling for an out-turn draw, trying to maybe get that one around. I don't know, though. A lot of rocks to get through. Let's see what happens. Got some weight on it. Here it comes. It's coming through, and it does. Miss. Oh, beautiful draw shot. Looks all the way to the fourth. Very nice shot by Team Yellow. Team Roberts. Well, knocks the yellow out. Excuse me, knocks the yellow off the side a little bit, leaving red with shot rock. Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to make a. Looks like they're try to draw behind some of the guards. Are they going to get behind? It's kind of hard to tell in this camera angle because everything's all. Yeah, okay. So they don't quite make it. Oh, but they do. Well, all right, well, just more guards. More debris. we go to Skip Stones on this, I believe this is the 5th end of this game.
Line up on me. Lay him right down the middle. Very nice.
So it's got quite a decent amount of weight to it. But just enough to get past the guards. Looks like it will. But not heavy enough to bite the 12. Red still sitting shot. But Yellow's going to try to attempt to outdraw. Skip Roberts making her first move at this end. And it's going to just sneak past the guard, I think. Yep, there it goes. Just sneaks past. Will it come in? Not quite enough to, not enough, however, to bite the 12. Skipper Brown's going to try to do the same thing, just try to draw in, it seems. Now turn, throw. Well, it looks like it's a pretty good draw weight. Moving right on down the road. Can it get past these guards? Looks like they're going to have to help it out a little bit. And it is going to plug the gap. Perhaps that was intended. I'm not sure, but it looks to me like they were probably hoping to get past them a little bit and try to sneak up on the onto the 8-foot, but just came up short. So Robert's coming in to take a look, see what the possible shot is. They're discussing this this wall right here that they've got to somehow get around. This will be Robert's last stone. So, and it'll be the last stone for the end, as a matter of fact. So. Oh, and I didn't realize there was already a score update, so I'm going to go ahead and update the scoreboard here. This is already 5-4 red. And we're presently in the fifth end. So Roberts got a decision to make here if she's going to just try to break through and so Roberts having a discussion with their sweepers on how they want to try to get around this this wall if they can. And like they're going to try to just draw around. If they can just make it around that outside guard, they might be able to get in here and tie it up. And it's coming around. It's got to get around those guards. It looks like it probably will not. No. And so it is. Gosh, I wish I had a better shot. Wish I had a better look at that. But I think that was going to be one red. And they're just updating the scoreboard right now. And yes, it is in fact one red. Okay, so it's one red, and that was of the seventh end. So last end to play. That's going to be a nice, well, it's going to be a nice corner guard at least. Yeah, you can see it there. And it looks like Roberts is actually might be trying to draw in behind. Let's see. No, they're not going to get behind it. They're going to kind of get on top of it, though. Looks like Riveron is trying to call for a draw in. Trying to draw behind the guards. And it is just going to get behind and land well into the 8. Maybe even biting the, nope, okay, it's certainly in the 8. It looks like that one is going to be about, it's kind of hard, to be honest, it's really hard to tell from the available camera angles. I suspect it may be buried, I don't know, like a quarter of it might be buried. And there it is. That's a nice takeout shot by Team Roberts, leaving Roberts sitting 1. Yeah, it looks like Skipper Veron is calling for a takeout of that. And he's going to have it. And be a nice roll to the 12-foot in order to sit for 1. Looks like Team Roberts is calling for that draw shot in behind the guards. Same shot as before. Looks like that's coming in, but it's got to slow down, and it looks like it's going to go through. Yep, it just comes through the house. Too bad. That was could have been a cool shot, but that's the way it goes.
What kind of weight? Ride control normal?
Leaving it here is not the end of the world.
Team Roberts hails from a club in Pittsburgh. Like I said, we got folks from all over the place here. It's pretty cool. Looks like we're going for a takeout shot here. And it will, let's see, well, doesn't really remove the yellow guard, but does open it up for Team Riveron. Team Roberts once again calling for another draw behind the guard. And they are coming in, and looks like they are getting around the guard, and they're curling nicely, setting up on the 8-foot for Shot Rock. Looks like they're about maybe 30-ish% guarded, if that, maybe 25%. But that's a pretty good draw for Team Roberts. Looks like Team Riveron's going to attempt to perhaps outdraw it, or maybe even knock it out a little bit. And it's coming in, and it will settle on the 4th. Very nice shot by Team Riveron. Roberts is calling for a takeout.
Back
Here comes the takeout shot. He's got the weight. And, oh! Unfortunately, a miss. Team Roberts. As her club mates seem to be booing her, but I think that's all being done in jest. Yeah, okay. Roberts has come into the war room to take guff from her fellow teammates. What are you gonna do? Riveron looks like calling for a draw. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's looks like it's got a bit more weight than that. All right, looks like they're going to set that up as a pretty decent, not quite a guard, but not for a second shot, no, but some potential there. Looks like Roberts calling for a draw. Looks like Roberts calling for a takeout here. If they could maybe do a hit and roll and try to sit for one. Certainly has the weight. And it takes it out and rolls, sits for one. Riveron attempting a takeout of the Yellowstone. It's got to curl over just a little bit. There it is. Nice takeout draw, but there are no guards in front of either of those two stones. Roberts has an opportunity for a potential double here. And looks like that's what they're going to attempt to take. Here it comes. It's got plenty of weight. Can it? Oh, well, it's, wow. Okay, so looks like they've got, well, it looks like they are holding Riveron to just one at the moment. That's unfortunate unfortunate shot for Roberts there. I know she was hoping to get at least one of them completely removed, if not both of them. Riveron's last stone for this end. Trying to draw in. Well. Wow. Okay, Riveron is now sitting 4. So Roberts looking to see what kind of a shot they are thinking. They are now shaking hands. That is the game. And a hug and a kiss for Team Roberts. Great game all around. And that will end it. That will end it for this match between Team Riveron and Roberts, with a final score of 7-5. We're going to switch over now to our final game remaining. Attempt to swap the cameras over to sheet D. Pardon the pan. And in our final remaining game in the, I believe it is the 7th end. It is, let me update the score here. It looks like it is 10-5. Oops, I'm sorry. My mistake. It is 10-6. Nice takeout shot, sitting 2 on the 12th. Or actually, excuse me, they are sitting 3. The scoreboard is just blocking the stone on the rear 12th for Team Bedros. Bedras. Let me get my glasses on. I'm trying to read this here. Bodrias, of course. Bodrias. Everybody knows that. Lost handle coming in with the stone. Looks like they're trying to maybe get around and see if they can't just outdraw. But it is not quite. They're all trying. They're all trying, but it looks like Bodrias is still sitting at least 1. I think they might be sitting 2. It's hard to tell with that. Let me see if I can't flip the shot around here. There's the other shot. Okay. You know, you can't get them all in the same shot. Oh well. And a nice takeout shot by Bodrias. One of these days I'll get the name right. Anyway, they're sitting 4. In this, the final end of the game. And we are on the first of skip stones or lost handle. I almost said lost highway. I got my David Lynch in my head, don't I? Here it comes. Looks like they're going to get this through for hopefully sitting. Let's see if it can. There we go. So it looks now like Lost Handle are sitting 1. Setting up for a potential steal, but oh, okay. You know what? That was not skip stones. My apologies. We're now about to go to skip stones for Team Bodrias. Team Bodrias is out of the Virginia Curling Club, which I believe is out of Richmond. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's where they're from. The Richmond Club, as I understand, does not, I don't think they have dedicated ice yet, but I think they're trying to get there. Skip stone coming through. And they got to get past this guard up front here. Looks like they're going to do that just fine. And pressure on their own guard while still settling in. Looks like Bodrias is currently, well, actually, take it back. Lost Handle still has shot rock. And FL, the fourth for lost handle. Setting up for her for the first of her 2 stones. Yeah, it's coming through. Looks like it's going to take out a couple of the red rocks, also removing itself, still leaving lost handle for 1, and they're shaking hands, calling this one a game. Thank you all for the real good curling. So with that, that wraps up all 4 of our games here on at this 2:30 draw. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you again shortly for our next match. Coming up, I believe around 6 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. You'll be stuck with me once again, yours truly. My name is Christian Reddy. Thank you so much for enjoying our afternoon draw, and we'll see you soon. Good curling, everyone.